Am I answering? I said Lefarious for that, right? I don't know if I was saying who said it. Hal566 said, "What do I feel the good and bad points about modern gaming and also retro gaming to me?" And modern gaming, I would say probably the biggest plus to that is online. I mean, I know there's that big graphical jump and everything, but graphics don't really impress me too much. I'm more about the gameplay. So probably just being able to play it online and having that connectivity is pretty cool. And a lot of the features of the systems is pretty cool. Like with my PS3, I can like set it up to stream media from my computer and stuff. That's a really cool thing. But that's not really gaming related. And for retro games, I would have to say I really love the level design. I love the gameplay of the retro games and like the challenge of really having to actually master the game to win. And just like the nostalgia of playing games that from when I was a kid and games of that era is really, really big for me. My favorite song or music in a game is the music from Streets of Rage, I'm going to say. And here actually I'll play a track from Streets of Rage that I really like, and hopefully it won't muddle up the sound here. Let's see here, Streets of Rage. This is my favorite track from Streets of Rage. I'm going to play that while I'm doing the rest of the video. There you go. There's a good track. And do I care if I'm playing a female or male character? He also asks. And how about an online game? I don't really play many online games. I think he's talking about like, mortgages or something, which I don't really play those. They usually have monthly fees, and I'm like the cheapest bastard in the world. And it says, and I don't really care as long as they're a good character. I guess I'm thinking about fighting games or whatever. Whoever I have fun playing with and I end up winning with, that's who I'm going to use. Doesn't matter if it's a girl or a guy. Usually they're not girls. I don't know what the reason for that is though. What's the most frustrating, annoying puzzle, level, or moment in a game for me? And I'm going to say refer to my Castlevania 3 video right now. There's definitely some other annoying parts, but I'm going to say the Castlevania 3 part right now sticks in my mind as the most annoying part. And then are there any Street Fighter characters I hate or wouldn't like to play as? And I didn't like a lot of the characters in Street Fighter 3, with the exception of Alex, Necro, and Oro. If you guys know the Street Fighter 3 characters, if you don't, I guess it won't matter to you. And I don't really like the new Street Fighter 4 characters much, but Abel is kind of cool to play as. And so that's a good chunk of people that I wouldn't really want to play. And I really hate Sagat. I don't mind playing as him, but even then I don't like it. He just pisses me off. And one of the reasons is right here. I'm going to say, he says, what's my most hated and also my favorite boss to play against in a game. And my most hated is Sagat from Street Fighter 1. And if any of you guys have played Street Fighter 1, Sagat is impossible to beat. I couldn't imagine. I'm playing on an emulator because I don't have a Street Fighter 1 arcade machine anywhere nearby, but I couldn't imagine being in the arcade. I don't know how much money you would spend to beat Sagat in that game. It was ridiculous. It was so hard. Street Fighter 1 just in general is a crazy hard game, but Sagat was impossible. And there's definitely some other ones, but right now I'm going to say that. And a boss that I really like to play against is Robotnik. I really like the music of Robotnik in Sonic games, and I like the variety of forms he'll come in and stuff. He's a fun boss to play. It's nothing that really gets you too angry that Robotnik does. It's usually easy to avoid stuff, which is kind of more lighthearted. And what's the one thing that makes me really, really mad? Says Echo36. And right now the first thing I can think of is walking really slowly behind a crowd of people. And especially in like Times Square or down in Chinatown, there'll be like tourists and people that just walk crazily slow. And you have to walk behind them, and that really pisses me off. I really hate. I'm a pretty tall guy, and not being able to move my legs the full extension just really gets me like all feeling cramped, and it really pisses me off. I have to walk in the street sometimes. That's one thing that really pisses me off. TameFan asked me why I started doing YouTube videos, which is the first thing I answered, so he already heard his answer. Elmanojohnson, he says, are there any games I've won multiple times, which means if I gave them away or sold them or traded them and then I eventually had to rebuy them. And right now I can think of two, and there are probably some more. Everything I have for Nintendo I had to rebuy because my mom sold my Nintendo, which was very mean of her. And these are two that I have right now that I had to rebuy. Comic Zone, which is awesome, and Buster's Hidden Treasure. These are both Genesis games. And this one I really liked it when I was a kid, and I wanted to rebuy it, and I still had fun with it even afterwards. I don't know if it was just nostalgia, but I thought it was a fun game. And Comic Zone is just awesome. And then kyotoair says, one of the worst games in my collection, and I brought a stack out for him here. I already said TNC, terrible game. This Sega CD game I just got, Beyond the Limit, is atrocious. And then I got a stack here. I don't want to go through each one, but Super Pitfall is terrible here. And then all of these Genesis games are bad. In particular, Wheel of Fortune's pretty bad. Monopoly is actually alright, but it's just so boring. I don't know why you'd want to play a board game. Just the same thing I'm saying with Risk. And Young Indiana Jones is terrible. Oh, I left my Bugs Bunny. There's a really terrible Bugs Bunny game I have. A lot of crap games on every system, but I happen to have a pile of crap Genesis games. So anyway, guys, thanks for all those questions. Hopefully the people who tagged me think this is enough response. And I'll see you guys later. I got a cool video coming up sometime soon. And I think I'm going to do a drawing one, because I've been drawing and I forgot to film some of it. But I guess you'll see me draw half of what I was drawing. But anyway, guys, I'll see you later.